Hey everyone, welcome back to the Developer Gus channel. I'm your host Gustavo Amezcua, and it's great to have you here for chapter 2 of our Next.js tutorial from scratch, how to develop a portfolio website series. In the last video, we covered the what and the why of Next.js. Today we get our hands dirty. We're going to set up our entire development environment from top to bottom and get all the tools we need to start building our awesome new portfolio website. This is a crucial step, so let's jump right in. All right, before we can build anything, we need to make sure our workshop is ready. The good news is you don't need much to get started. Let's go through the essentials. First up, the absolute foundation for everything we're doing, Node.js. The Next.js full stack framework uses Node.js to run all its server-side magic. It also gives us NPM, which stands for Node Package Manager, which is how we'll install Next.js itself and all the other cool libraries or dependencies, as they're also called, that we need. If you don't have it yet, head over to nodejs.org and download the LTS version that stands for long-term support, and it's the most stable version to use. Next, you need a place to write your code. I'll be using Visual Studio Code, and I highly recommend you do too. It's completely free. It works on Windows, Mac, and Linux, and it's hands down the most popular code editor out there for a reason. It's intuitive, powerful, and has an incredible library of extensions that we'll talk about in a minute. You can grab it from code.visualstudio.com. You'll also definitely need Git installed. Git is our version control system. Think of it like a super powered save button for your project's entire history. More importantly, for this series, we'll need to push our code to GitHub. Later on, when we want to deploy our portfolio and show it to the world, we'll connect our GitHub account to a service called Vercel. So Git is a must-have. You can find it at git-scm.com/downloads. This is one for your browser. Whether you use Google Chrome or Firefox, I strongly suggest getting the React DevTools extension. This little tool is like having X-ray vision for your React components. It lets you see your component structure, check their props and state, and figure out why things aren't working. It's an absolute lifesaver for debugging. You can just go to google.com and search for React Developer Tools to find the extension. And one more browser extension that you'll thank me for later is a JSON viewer. When we start building our own API routes, our browser will show us raw, unformatted JSON data, which is really hard to read. This extension automatically formats that data into a beautiful, easy to read tree. It's essential for checking the data we get back from our server. Just search for JSON viewer in your browser's extension store or go to google.com and search for JSON viewer. Okay, so once you've installed Visual Studio Code, we need to add some extensions. Let me show you a few of my must-haves that will make you a faster and happier developer. First is ES7 Plus. This one is a massive time saver. The main reason I use it is for creating components. Let me show you. Let's go to Visual Studio Code. When you search for extensions, just type ES7 to see the extension, and you can install it. Let's create a file in this project so you can see what I mean. I'm going to create a new, let's say index.jx, and I'm going to type RAFCE and just hit tab, and we have now a full React arrow function component. You're going to see me use this snippet many times throughout this series. Next is the Prettier Code Formatter extension. I can't live without this one. Prettier automatically cleans up your code to make sure the spacing and formatting are perfect. I have mine set to format my code every time I hit save. So what you do is you go to Visual Studio Code, just search for Prettier, and you'll see this extension so you can install it. Then go to your Visual Studio Code settings and just search for format on save and check this box which says editor format on save. And finally, JavaScript ES6 code snippets. This is another handy one for quick shortcuts. I use it all the time for console logs. I just type CLG and hit enter and it's done. Let me show you. Let's go back to this index.jx file. I just type CLG, hit tab, and there we go. That's the console.log function being added by the JavaScript ES6 extension. So you can search for ES6 and it'll be this JavaScript ES6 code snippet extensions to install. And one last tool we'll need later is MongoDB Compass. Our portfolio will have a contact form. And Compass is just a nice visual tool to see the messages in our database and also to add documents, or as they're also called, collections inside of the database we'll be creating. You don't need it right now, but keep it in mind for later. All right, that's the complete setup for now. Once you have Node.js, Visual Studio Code, Git, and those few extensions installed, you are 100% ready to go. In the next chapter, we will finally create our Next.js project and take our first look at the file structure. Get everything installed, and then I'll see you in the next video.